All right, let's move on. El Fuerte is up next.
Yep. Well, he's got a lot of
He has a bunch of changes, yeah. Close stand jab hitbox expanded downwards, so you can't crouch it. Close stand short active frames increased by 1 frame.
Used to be cancelable, but not anymore. So
no, they reverted that.
Right. I mean, in a previous Ultra build, it was cancelable, but
no,
it's not.
No, it's cancelable. With the change was that it cannot be canceled. Now it's cancelable again.
Okay.
Close stand medium kick startup reduced by 3 frames. Recovery also by 1 frame. Far stand light kick active frames increased by 1. Advantage on hit increased by 1. Far stand medium kick recovery reduced by a frame. Close stand roundhouse startup reduced by 2 frames. That's the little juggle dealy. EX guacamole leg throw landing recovery reduced by 4. So he can, I guess, move away after a little bit better. Quesadilla bomb startup reduced by 3 frames, and recovery also reduced. And then does more damage based on levels, etc. That's a big one, I think.
Yeah, and then EX Quesadilla bomb is now fully invincible from frames 1 through 15. So he has a real wake up finally.
Exactly.
Which he never had before.
Never has had. It's always been crappy wake up.
Yep. Fajita Buster now does more damage because it's harder to connect because you can crouch it.
Yeah.
The startup press startup reduced by 1 frame and active frames increased by 1 frame. I think that's actually reverting a previous nerf he got in one of the other versions. And then the Gordita Sobat, which is the dash mid kick, chest kick, recovery reduced by 1 frame.
Yeah.
So it went from terrible to terrible.
No, it was +5. Now it's +6. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So he probably has additional link combos afterward. Let me just look at stuff. Yeah, actually.
Oh, I don't know why I read that as being -18 on block for some strange reason.
Dang!
That'd be really.
So
terrible.
it's +6 on hit, which means it gets to link into crouching medium kick, which means you can do run into medium kick, into crouching medium kick, into Q bomb.
Right.
Into
medium kick.
Into EX focus, EX red focus, whatever.
Okay.
So the biggest changes really are EX Quesadilla bomb being faster and more invincible.
Fully invincible. Off of low forwards and stand mediums now.
Yep. Quesadilla comboable in that way is another big one. Those are probably the biggest, but I really like the run into medium kick being more useful too.
They sped up a lot of his normal moves too, which I think
just a little bit, but it's fine.
Because his footsies were always terrible, right? Yeah. So it's kind of good. It's kind of good.
So yeah, he seems maybe more consistent. I don't know. I love that one of the options is out of run because that's his trademark thing. I like that a lot. I know that the way that Dogtanian plays the character is more as a footsies character. And so Dogtanian is working for Capcom, and I have to imagine that the Q-bomb stuff comes out of his mind,
right?
And that's fine. I wonder what other Fortes think about that.
What's the startup on the Gordita Sobat? Do you know?
Oh yeah, I can look it up pretty quickly. I'm sure it's not great. 6 frames for the run, and then 14 frames for the thing itself.
Yeah, I just want to see because then basically you can combo fierce into run. You can combo fierce into run Gordita Sobat, but not low forward into it.
Right.
Which makes sense because if you could combo low forward into it, then he'd have an infinite.
Right.
Well, not like he doesn't.
Well,
already.
yeah, I guess, yeah. But yeah, he has. I think he has more damage available to him.
Yep.
Which seems nice, and better wake up, which seems nice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
better character.
I'm not looking forward to fighting him. But,
I mean, they had to do something because
he was a bad character.
Delayed wake up is going to hurt him too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Delayed wake up's going to hurt him too, but he has more red focus stuff out of Q bomb.
Let's
not bother Elena.
Let's skip the new characters. Let's talk about Evil Ryu.
Sure.
Got more health, so he's no longer the 950 damage punching bag that he used to be. I mean, he's not the 900 punching bag. He's 950 now. Crouching medium kick advantage on block increased by 1 frame. So even further away now, I think low forward fireball is a true block string.
Yep.
Crouch hard kick startup reduced by 1 frame. So he's got a 6 frame sweep now.
Yep.
Which is the level of Akuma and Balrog, I believe. Target combo can now be done from far stand medium punch. Far medium punch fierce. His little hop kicks, the Senbukaku. Hitbox greatly expanded downward. I guess there was characters who could get under it a little bit. The hard kick, axe kick, startup reduced by 1 frame. And then, of course, FADC uppercut, -5. And then he had a bug where when you tried to cancel stand medium punch into a fierce special move, the target combo took priority. So,
okay, so he seems really good. He's already a good character. Now he has more life to screw around with. Right. Now he has more... Now he has a tighter block string and crouching medium kick fireball from even farther. Already was good. Has a faster sweep. It was already pretty fast. Faster now. His target combo can be done from far rather than just from close.
Right.
He can get over crouching medium kick from Ryu and whatever better, or he can beat it outright, I should say. I mean, stuff like that. He seems like an already all around good character who is now more all around good.
A lot of people are actually scared of him because of the light axe kick combo ability into red focus. It'll basically hit at every range, right? So if you hit him with that, then you get red focus. So kind of similar to that Viper thing with the strong thunder knuckle, right? So, but even still, the light kick, the light axe kick only comboed from medium punch or heavies, right? You couldn't do like low forward.
I think crouching forward did work actually.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Because crouching forward kick has extra hits done.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, he seems really good. I know a lot of people are talking about him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a pretty strong character.
Agreed.
So, one of those characters that was really strong already, now going to be even stronger. But Fei Long, so obviously we both talked about him as being one of our picks for best character currently.
Yeah, in AE 2012.
Crouch light kick startup, increased by 1 frame, similar nerf to Cammy. But they kept that nerf. So Cammy used to not be able to do crouch short, but they gave her that back. But Fei Long, they kept it, which is weird to me again because it's inconsistent with the rules of the game. But
what are you gonna do?
They've already screwed with a lot of the rules of the game. So crouching medium punch damage increased from 55 to 65. Close stand fierce attack recognition range increase. So basically, you can do it from a little further away. It'll still register as close fierce.
That definitely has been a problem.
Yeah.
Toward roundhouse, second hit pushback on hit is reduced.
Focus attack hitbox reduced slightly, so it doesn't hit as far as it used to. Light kick Rekaken forward movement is slightly reduced.
Yeah, I don't think it's much of a change, but it's a little bit less.
Yeah. So they said like it's not hugely noticeable unless you play a lot of Fei Long, then it is noticeable, right? So all of the Rekas, first and second Rekas, have basically shorter hit stun, which is so the first ones are all reduced by 1 frame, second one's reduced by 2 frames. I would have liked to have seen the first ones get reduced a little bit more, so you can't hit confirm off of 1 Reka like you can now. But whatever. Medium kick, chicken wing, third hitbox greatly expanded downward. Flame kick doesn't activate with back forward back anymore. Cool. Uppercut FADC -5. All of the command throws do 1 damage now, so he gets damage reduction on that. And the EX one starts up faster, which is a buff nerf.
Right.
Because now you can't do low jab into it anymore when they're blocking, because that was pretty much I've never seen anyone escape this intentionally, trick. But it's faster now, so you can grab people in situations a little bit more. And then, of course, Ultra 1, now it floats higher on the 3rd hit, so he gets all 3 hits a little bit easier. Like, probably after Flame Kick, FADC, Chicken Wing, Ultra, he might actually get to juggle all 3 hits now.
So he still sounds really good. His space control is maybe a little bit worse because the Rekas are a little bit worse. But it sounds like he's going to get fine damage. His focus attack, even though it's a little bit less range, is still going to be really good. His palm... It says it goes to the palm area. His palm's still really far.
Right.
So it's still going to be a really good one. Still really fast.
So crouching medium punch is one of his best pokes, and now he gets 10 extra damage off of that. So I'm wondering if he can still easily do counter hit low strong into jab Rekka. I mean, obviously it's not going to work as far, but he's going to get more damage off of it now. So,
I think he still sounds really good.
Yeah.
And he got some buffs, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
still going to be a force to reckon
cool.
with.
I mean, delayed wake up I don't think hurts him too badly because that doesn't really affect his play style.
He wasn't a Vortex media.
Not really a Vortex kind of dude. Red focus, I'm interested to see how that goes. The Tor Roundhouse, weirdly, I think is not focus cancelable, but is super cancelable.
Really?
Yeah, it's something like, or it's the other way around. It's like it's not something that I
Right, I know it's super
It's something
cancelable.
weird. Okay, then it's not focus cancelable. It's something weird like that.
Weird. That's so weird because that's a system as well.
I know. Yeah.
Anyway.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, so still good.
Gen.
Gen.
Oh,
dude, that's a lot.
All right, so he had a weird extra frame of invincibility when he got up. That's gone. Bug that made it so he couldn't do reversal focus attack is gone. His stun is increased, so now he has 950 stun. And when change style and red focus are pressed at the same time, red focus used to have priority. That is not the case anymore. So change stance now has.
Oh wow. Okay, I wonder what happens with other characters.
Well, they don't have a stance change, right? So they don't even really have to ever worry about it. So. So I think.
What about Zangief?
Oh, Lariat, huh?
Lariat.
That's a good question.
Huh.
Okay, well, punch mode,
Anyway.
the focus attacks was reduced because he had the longest range focus in the game, which a lot of people didn't know. Close stand, hard punch, stun distribution was changed from 150 to 50 to 100, 100, so now close fear stand forward doesn't do as much stun as it did before.
Yeah.
Crouch medium punch damage reduced because that was his best poke. The hand slaps on all three of the non-EX versions expanded downward where the hitbox is. Talking like Yoda. Recovery increased by 1 frame, so he has slightly more delay on the hand slaps now.
So I think according to Rio Apprentice, minus 14 on block.
At max range, he said. So basically, if it hits and whiffs a bunch of hits, yeah, they said like Makoto could punish it with the EX Hayate.
Right.
So yeah.
Gotta space it better.
But they do push back a little less now, so you don't have to space it as good as you did before. Light uppercut, invincibility time on frames were removed.
Wait, no. If the pushback is less, then it's worse for him.
Well, no, because then there's a better chance of the hands hitting more times than just once.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then the heavy waterfall kick now doesn't do the force knockdown, but there's no timing required on it.
Right.
So now you get a free combo.
Just mashy mash.
But they get to stand up. And now it's the EX one that you have to time properly, but they get the hard knockdown.
Got it.
So the only way you can get that is if the hard knockdown is by spending meter. Super combo damage reduced by 50. And the Ultra 2, the I hit you in all the little spots and make you lose all your life, now not only does white damage, but it also does stun.
Okay, 300 stun.
Yeah, at 75% or less, but at 74% or less, it does 300 stun. At 75 or more, it does 450 stun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Let's move on to kick stance.
Yep, so kick stance. Okay, not as much stuff here. Cool. So crouch light punch, advantage on hit increased by 2 frames, so you can do low jab now as a true combo. I think you can do like low jab, low short, I think now. Crouching hard punch floats the opponent higher on counter hit. Crouch heavy kick recovers a little faster. The diagonal jump fierce and roundhouse hit a little lower. The light roll advantage on a hit increased by 1 frame. And the light and medium rolls advantage on block increased by 2 frames. So they're safer on block. Now they're -1 instead of -3. And every roll charge time is reduced. It used to be 60.
Right.
Now it's 50. 60 is a little bit longer. Average is 55.
Right.
So, and then the last hit damage on all of them increased by 10. And then the Oga, which is the wall goes to the wall. The hitbox slightly reduced, so he's a little slipperier when he goes to the wall. They're trying to make kick mode better. They're trying to make kick mode more useful.
Wait, no, that's worse. Hitbox is reduced, not hurtbox.
Oh, the hitbox is reduced. Okay.
They nerfed it.
Yeah, but everything else, like he has crouch light punch, punch. The rolls are a little bit better jump attacks.
And
stuff.
rolls will be really important for red focus, presumably.
Yeah.
Red focus cancel.
Honestly, like kick mode was like who cared?
Yeah, you saw like anti-air, down roundhouse in it sometimes.
Everyone would always switch to kick mode, do something, switch back.
Yes.
It was like punch mode, kick mode, punch mode, punch mode. So they're just trying to make kick mode a little more useful.
Right, but they nerfed punch mode a little bit.
Right.
Some of the buttons are worse.
Super combo doesn't do as much damage.
Super's less.
Yeah.
Hand
slap's not as good, so you can't just sit there
and
crouch strong hand slap you all day.
Right. Know. Now, I thought Gen was quite good before. Mm-hmm. I had him in top 10.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good character, very versatile, had a lot of stuff going for him. A lot of that was, well, no, maybe not a lot, but important to that was Vortex.
Yes.
He had some pretty crazy mix-ups, some unblockable setups against a lot of characters, and that came into play a lot. You saw that a lot in high-level Gen play. That's gone. His footsies were also really good. I thought they were underrated because they had good buttons that led to significant damage in a way that most characters didn't. I thought it was really good.
Low strong, max range, low strong, hand slap, FADC was so good,
right.
and super, yeah.
Exactly. But now that's worse. So, he is worse overall, for sure. And maybe it's unwarranted. Maybe they didn't need to go that far. Not that he got these huge nerfs, but they're slight nerfs, and he got nerfed game-wise.
Yeah.
So he is worse. Meanwhile, Fei gets nerfed a little bit, but it buffed otherwise. So
Cammy doesn't get anything. What she does change, she just gets the damage and stun reduced. Right.
So a little bit worse. I don't think it's awful for him. I do think it's a little confusing.
Right. So. He got nerfed a little bit more than
I would have thought.
Fei Long, probably. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. Don't need to care.
So up next is Gouken.
Gouken. Here we go. So far stand light kick now special cancelable.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, actually.
Agreed.
Crouch light punch startup reduced by 1 frame. Crouch medium punch on advantage increase. So now low strong into fireball is a true combo. It is not a true block stun, though, from what I test. So you can still blow them up in between on block, like Akuma and Ken. But you see how often that happens against Akuma and Ken. So, it's not going to be a problem. But now it's nice that he can combo into fireball.
Right.
Back throw, untechable. Timing period is now techable. So there was that weird, couple of frames that if you tried teching during that, it would erase tech ability or something.
Right, so you had to tech it at a different time than normal throw. Right. And they made it the same. As normal throw.
No, I think it just means you have a larger window to tech it now or something like that. I think there was a weird bug on it. So. Okay.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, but the counter does not come out with back forward back.
Right.
That's the demon flip throw, I think.
Okay.
The Hyakiko Sai stun damage reduced by 40. The light palm forward movement distance slightly increased because he didn't move forward anymore.
Right, currently it's
but now they actually
0.
made him go forward a little bit now.
Yeah.
And here's the big one.
Okay.
This is the significant one. EX spin kick. Startup reduced by 2 frames. So it's a 5-frame reversal now. It's a true uppercut. It's a much faster uppercut. The invincibility time was increased by 2 frames. So now it covers all the way into his first hitting frame.
Right.
Hitbox expanded downward. Hits a lot of crouchers now. Dude,
7th and 8th hits, which would whiff on poison, now connect. I guess there was some weird issue there.
Dude, I think that's amazing.
That's really good.
Because if far stand light kick is cancelable now, at the range where you can whiff punish, take a step, stand light kick, EX Hurricane, that works, FADC dash forward into Ultra 1 is going to be really consistent now. Yeah,
it does. It works. Yeah. That does seem really good to me.
Yeah. Because right now, if you hit someone, if they whiff the crouch roundhouse with stand light kick into EX Hurricane, it'll just go over their head.
Right.
It just whiffs. But now you could actually hit them with it. And so I think that's huge.
I think that's great.
I think it's
great. His footsies are better because crouching medium punch and stand light kick are both more useful, which is really nice for him. I think both of those things make him, considerably better. They really address some of the issues for him. Crouching medium kick or crouching medium punch, actually being able to combo into stuff. That's great. It solves
fireball FADC is going to be a thing for him.
It basically solves Gouken disease, which is what I've been talking about since he came out. Which just means that you have these good buttons that don't do anything.
Right.
Now that's fixed to some degree. Stand short and crouch medium kick or crouch medium punch, and then the EX. Yeah, I think you're right. That's really useful.
Right. Sorry, I keep saying increased instead of decreased or whatever everyone says. I can't read, but that's.
I know some people thought he was terrible. I don't think that was the case. I think he was already kind of a mid-tier character. Yeah, he'll be good.
Apologize, I don't have my bifocals on right now. I don't have my old man reading glasses, so I can't see things as well. So Guile now. So Guile loses some health. He's down to 950 health now. His hurt box on wake up reduced, so he doesn't have. I guess that's the unblockable bug.
Right. Yeah. I would
Right.
think.
So the air throw range slightly increased. I should say decreased, just to make everyone mad. Slightly increased. So he has a better air throw now.
Yeah.
Crouch light punch has better advantage. So from 4 to 5. Crouch medium kick hitbox and hurt box expanded forward. So
Right.
they buff nerfed it.
Just farther range in general.
Yeah. The upside down kick. Hitbox expanded downward. No more Blankas crouching under it.
Well, but we've already seen some video where it does whiff over some characters pressing buttons down there.
Right.
So it's not
right.
perfect.
So Ryu and Ken can probably still low profile it with.
I mean,
forward.
somebody was still doing crouch tech underneath it, so it's not.
Oh really?
Yeah, I forget which character,
okay,
but it's not
okay.
perfect.
So Guile high kick, which is offensive crouch roundhouse, hitbox expanded downward. So it looks like now in the corner. Before, if you hit someone on the ground with it, and you did a second one, you wouldn't hit him. You could only juggle with it if you hit him out of the air in the corner. But I think now you can just do 1, 2 into EX flash kick.
Flash kick invincibility time extended by a frame across all versions. Flash kick FADC is now -5. All sonic booms take counter hits on frames 1 through 20, not just during the actual startup, but like into the release of the fireball too. Ultra 1 startup reduced by 1 frame, so it's now 6 frames startup. Damage reduced by 60. Blah, 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 some other crap. Ultra 2 damage increased by 30 and all hits now connect in air combos, which means the effective damage is quite a bit higher.
Yeah. I mean, before it only juggled 4 max. Like, it had the juggle potential of, I think, 4 max, and now I think it's just going to hit everything, so that's really good.
So these are among the more confusing changes to me. Obviously the fixing the hurt boxes he's getting up, that's great. Giving 1 more invincibility frame to flash kick, fine. I don't really get decreasing his health. I don't really get flash kick minus FADC being -5. I don't get why they keep increasing how far down toward roundhouse hits without actually making it actually work.
Right.
It's weird to me. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff in there. Crouching medium kick is farther range. That's fine, I guess, but it seems like confusing changes. I thought he would be buffed a little bit, and instead he got a couple of buffs, combo buffs. It looks like really, and nerfs.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Mid-tier character, right?
I feel like, I don't know if his tier position is going to change as much. The only thing that I would say that makes him a little bit stronger in this version is that he does have delayed wake up now because it was very easy to beat him up. But the reason why that's significant is because I don't think he cares about delayed wake up. He was never doing really meaty pressure on opponents except for sonic boom.
Right, I was going to say, but that is important actually for fireball characters, that they can make sure that they put a projectile into you to control your space.
Yeah, but I mean, I would just imagine Giles would do it so that the sonic booms are right in front of them when they get up.
But that means that you can't be safe. So if you do that,
then
the opponent can do wake up dragon punch and you're punished.
I know
so
what you
it's
mean.
That's not great.
Yeah, I just don't think delayed wake up hurts him as much as it hurts a lot of other characters.
You're right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Right,
but it does hurt him, I think, a little bit.
Okay.
Offensively, I should say. Defensively, it's nice. But it's weird. So you want to take a break?
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
It's been about 45 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Well, jeez, we're like halfway done, dude.
Yeah, I know.
This is ridiculous, and it's already 11 o'clock.
All right, let's take a break.
Okay.
Okay, who do we have up next on the Ultra Street Fighter 4 list of changes?
All right, so we are looking at Guy.
All right, Guy walk speed slightly increased. Close stand short attack recognition range reduced, so you're more likely to get far, I guess.
Right, so they want to make it a better anti-air. They nerfed his low strong, so they want to improve the stand light kick anti-air.
Sure.
So less likely to activate beyond range. So far stand light kick now, hitbox slightly expanded upward, active frames increased by 1, and startup reduced by 2 frames. It's a 4-frame kick now. Recovery reduced by 1 frame.
Okay, so more useful. Far stand roundhouse startup reduced by a frame, active frames increased by 2, recovery reduced by 1, And hitbox expanded horizontally and upwards, so also a better anti-air.
So if you're ready for the anti-air, you can use roundhouse to get the big damage. If you're reacting, you use light kick.
But crouching strong, hitbox adjusted, can no longer be used as an anti-air. Totally cool with me.
Yep.
Diagonal jump, medium kick, hitbox slightly extended forward, so better cross-up, I would think.
I think it's extended forward, so I think it hit more towards what shoe area.
Shoe area, you think?
Yeah.
You think it's supposed to hit ground better?
I think it just hits further out.
Further out? Okay, that's fine. Elbow drop, a.k.a. jumping down medium punch, hitbox expanded downward.
Which is weird, because I think you can still low profile it with Ryu and Ken's low forward.
Pretty sure you can.
But I guess it hits more things before.
Down toward roundhouse, startup reduced by 4 frames, so it has a 7-frame startup.
So we'll never see Mark Teddy miss his neutral jump fierce in the ninja sickle combo that he always tries when he tries the style.
That's fine. Target combo, second hit expanded downward and horizontally, so it's more consistent. H horizontal startup reduced by 2 frames, so it's 28 frames now. Run, sudden stop, recovery reduced by 1 frame, which makes pressure considerably better when you cancel into it. Run to neck flip, first hit expanded downward.
Yeah, that makes it so a lot of characters who focused and leaned forward would crouch under the first hit so they could absorb it. Now it'll do the 2 hits and armor and break the focus.
Right. And EX run to neck flip now knocks down on air hit. Okay.
I thought it always did. That's just
I don't
weird,
know.
Yeah.
EX Bushin Senpukyaku hitbox slightly expanded. Easier to pull an opponent, not 2-frame startup.
Yeah.
Ultra 1 second hit movement distance slightly increased, so it's easier to use in combos. So anti-air game's a little bit different. Remains to be seen whether it's better or worse. Just a little bit different. Walk speed a little bit better, so you can move around more easily. Same with run stop. Makes it easier to move around.
Yeah, that one's interesting because run stop fierce. The run stop is better canceled off of fierce. Like it's still punishable canceled off of far strong, but if you get in, you can keep your pressure going a lot better.
Right. So that's cool. Elbow drop making a little bit better is fine. Combos work a little bit better. So he's better. Not hugely better. I think that's fine. Right? I mean.
No, I think that's because he was another one of those characters that at the start of 2012 I thought was really bad.
Right.
But then as it kept going, he just got better and better. He got obviously Mark Teddy in SoCal. I forgot the name of the guy in NorCal was really good. There was a really good East Coast guy player. The guys are popping up everywhere right now. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't think he's going to be.
Seems fine to me.
Yeah. Okay. And actually, I remember someone saying that they thought this was like the best version of Guy without question. I forgot who it was saying that. Forgot who was saying that. Why is this not scrolling? Hello. Okay, there we go.
Okay, Hakan. Standing strong, recovery reduced by a single frame, aka 9 frames. So advantage on hit is increased by a frame, so it's +5 and +2 on block. Standing fierce, hitbox expanded upwards. It's better anti-air. Crouching light kick recovery is reduced by a single frame, which means it gets to link into itself or into stand jab or stand short. Crouching medium punch is now cancelable. It was not before. Not even just in oil, but dry as well.
So the towards roundhouse now causes a hard knockdown on hit, oiled or not oiled.
Right. Currently only oiled in AE 2012.
Right.
Vertical jump strong causes knockdown on hit. You can juggle it with slide in the same way that you can with diagonal jump strong. Diagonal jump medium kick is a cross up now in USF4. Hakan tackle, which is toward strong. Advantage on block is increased by a frame, so it's -4 rather than 5. And it's 0 on hit rather than -2, which is nice. Air throw damage increased to 150 from 140. And SPD with no oil, throw range increased to 1.05 from 0.97. It was basically throw range, normal throw range.
Right.
Now it's a little bit bigger. And EX SPD, which was the same, basically throw range, normal throw range, is now 1.2, which is nice. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a little bit less than like Geef SPD range, Fierce SPD range, but it's useful.
I've always felt like that should have been the case in the first place with EX SPD because that gives him oil. So if you try to run pressure on him and you mess up and he EX SPDs you, now it's a lot easier to do and he gets oil off of it. So you have to be a little more careful when you're rushing down a non-oiled Hakan. So
This character's an issue. This character's a big problem.
You actually think he's significantly an issue now?
Oh, yeah. Candidate for top half dozen characters, for sure. Okay. All of his problems were solved, essentially. So the difference between dry and oiled Hakan was big in all previous versions of him. And when he was dry, he was bad. You know, he could play some matchups still, but in many cases he was bad. Now that's not quite as much the case. EX Pile Driver is actually useful as a reversal. He can actually get links with crouching shorts. He can actually get hit confirm combos.
Confirms, right.
Crouching strong gives him another footsie tool. His anti-air is better in Stand Fierce.
He has cross-ups now.
He has cross-ups now. So he has all of these. Towards strong is better also. He has more mid-range and mix-up and get-off-me options in both forms, but more importantly in dry. So it's easier for him to convert situations into oil.
Right.
And when oiled, he's crazy. He's so good. So good.
Yep.
Just all his problems were solved. Combo Fiend thinks he's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Peter and I have talked about this many a time.
Many
a time. And he just doesn't believe me.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I don't know. Maybe he's right. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But we'll see, okay? Nobody's really picked him up, and people always ask me, well, if he was good, why isn't anybody playing him? I mean, I don't know. Why weren't people playing Oni or Evil Ryu? Or that happens.
Yeah, a lot of times it takes the one guy to show it.
Yeah,
right?
Nobody's playing Gen. I mean, why? I don't know.
Yeah.
But same kind of thing. Juri. Why does nobody play Juri? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's that's not like a good predictor of whether a character is good.
The thing about it is that people just don't understand him. He's not obviously strong. You know what I mean? Once you lose oil, you're like, my God, this guy's terrible. And so they don't want to play this extra oil management game, right? Like, I'm surprised a lot of Guilty Gear players don't use this character. Because that's all Guilty Gear is. It's like, let me buff myself into a coin. Let me buff myself into, it was always thinking about other power-ups before that. So, but I don't know. I think Hakan's going to be amazing in this game.
So good. Seriously.
Yeah, he's going to be scary. Because the thing is, oils still stack. He's going to be able to oil all over the place. When he's not oiled, he's going to get a lot more stuff. Like, even the step knee, doing a hard knockdown. If he hits you with a jump strong, it's just like step knee, oil, or just like random step knee with punish into oil, like. And,
for some characters, I do think that hard knockdown is not going to be great. I think you probably prefer soft knockdown because then you can guarantee yourself mix-ups in a better way. But for him, to get that oil, man, you want that hard knockdown.
Yeah, I know. And if they delayed get up, that's more oil for you.
Please delay get up. And the mix-ups that he got go right into that. So yeah, he can do a cross-up, but he also has real hit confirms from lows, which is huge for him. It's something that is really useful for a grappler because if somebody's trying to hold up to jump away, I can hit confirm into, oh, you're trying to jump, here's my low, here's a combo now. Right. So that really opens up a lot of stuff for him.
Okay.
So good.
Alright, we're going to skip Hugo.
Yeah.
Ibuki. So let's take a look at this. Guard bug, where El Fuerte's overhead would just pass over her head. It's gone. She walks faster now. Crouching light punch is now a 3-frame light punch. Her target combo 4, which was jab strong fierce, second hitbox expanded downward, so it doesn't whiff as much anymore. I think it hits crouchers a little bit better now. Target combo 6, which is the jab strong down roundhouse stand roundhouse, and heavy punch down roundhouse stand roundhouse. The stand roundhouse now causes a soft knockdown. Now you can high jump cancel that move. You can regular jump cancel that move, I believe, or high jump cancel it. So that means you can get juggles off of it now. Right, so now you can do low roundhouse. Interestingly enough, they did not give it to low roundhouse, stand roundhouse, which is a chain combo all in itself. Right, it's only the ones that lead into it.
Okay.
So, but now she can get juggles off of that. So I can imagine you can get some nice little setups and stuff like that. So, target combo 10, which is crouch heavy into stand heavy, no longer hits crouching opponents. So if you do low roundhouse, stand roundhouse, I guess the stand roundhouse whiffs over crouching opponents. I guess it was because you could try to sweep people and be safe all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So you just walk up, sweep, stand by the house.
Yeah, okay.
And if they block, it's like block, block. Oh, I'm not punished. And if you do sweep them, you get a hard knockdown. It goes over their head.
Right,
and you get
yeah.
mix-ups, right? So the hammer kick, which is the overhead hitbox expanded downward, so not a lot as many people can low profile it. However, the advantage on block was reduced. So, so it's +2 instead of +3.
Still safe.
So the backhand punch, which was Fierce from far away, is now special cancelable, which I don't know why it wasn't before, because what was the point of it then? The Tsujigoi, which is the flippy somersault kick over your head.
Speaking of what was the point?
Yeah, now the total frames are reduced by 6, and you can cancel into an attack upon landing. So now it's like, I guess she has normal delay, but you can cancel it into moves when you land.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So the spin kicks, all of them have hitbox slightly expanded downward. I guess it missed on some crouching people. The medium kick spin kick has recovery increased, which is interesting. So I guess you might not be able to do as many loops off of the medium kick one. You could probably still do it off of the light one. The EX uppercut invincibility time increased by 1 frame. So it's a better uppercut now, has more invincibility. And the first hitbox on active frames, 2-3 expanded, so it's easier to use as anti-air.
Okay.
And then also all of the Raidas, which is the grab and pop, have one more hit of follow potential. So basically, it has one more juggle. It could juggle already, but now I think it can juggle
after one more hit.
Yeah, after one more juggle.
So delayed wake up means that her vortex doesn't work in the same way, which is a nerf to her. And I guess they thought that they had to buff her up to make her viable still, I suppose. So it seems to me like she got quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought she was good, but obviously the reason why I thought she was good is because of the kunai vortex, right? So yeah, so obviously if she didn't get all these buffs, she would easily drop out of like top 5 for me.
Oh, of course.
With all these little buffs there, I think it helps a lot.
I think she sounds good. I think she sounds more interesting, maybe not as good, but more interesting to play as.
Yeah. That was the biggest problem with the kunai game, is I hated it because she was such an interesting character with all these crazy options. I feel like there's
just boiled it down, man.
I feel like it's that, when they nerfed Cyrax and they all found all these great things about him after they nerfed the really broken thing. Like, now that she can't rely on the vortex, the kunai vortex, I feel like people are just going to find some really crazy things with this character.
Be good.
So
I think she'll be good.
Okay,
cool. Let's move on then.
All right, so next character here, Juri.
Juri got a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
Close stand jab hitbox expanded downward, hits crouchers. Close stand, medium punch, startup speed during feng shui, same
now.
Same
so
with medium kick.
They normalize the two.
Okay, yeah. Far stand strong is special cancelable, presumably also focus and so forth. Well, I don't know. Never know anymore.
It's true.
Far stand short startup reduced by 1 frame, so it's 4 frames. Far stand roundhouse hitbox size during feng shui, it's same as normal. Kasatushi now takes recoverable damage.
So
it's the counter.
Yeah. So before she didn't take any white damage. For some reason, they just said, you know what? You get this nice little bit. Now she does. So
that's good.
And then the Shikusen's the dive kick.
Right.
So the Shikusen is now no longer can be done while jumping backwards.
Regular versions.
Yes.
EX can still be done.
Yeah. The second impact and third strike, which are the follow-ups to the Shikusen, are less... Did you not know that's what they were called?
I had no idea that's what they were called.
Dude, how did you not know? That's what they're called. They're called second impact and third strike.
Oh my god, all right.
Well, they're less likely to miss, because sometimes they would miss after the initial hit on the dive kick. The EX Shikusen has follow-up. So before, when you blocked it, it automatically did second impact and third strike. Right now, I'm just gonna keep calling him that.
You should now.
Yeah, but now it has the ability just to dive and do nothing, which is crazy because EX dive kick combos into Ultra 2 now, right? Without the wall bounce, and it's safer because before it was a lot less safe.
Oh yeah, super unsafe.
Right.
But now block stun is reduced by 3 frames. In the beta build that I played, she could jump away from T.Hawk 720, even if T.Hawk blocked that with his forehead. Which means that she was really safe.
Right.
I don't know whether she's going to be safe enough to jump away anymore. So, I mean, I would say it's good because there's so much stuff you can get out of that EX dive. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, EX Fuhajin, which is the fireball, the mid-level one, one now hits grounded opponents. Before, I just don't think it could hit people.
Yeah.
I don't know if they mean grounded or crouching. I think they meant.
Oh,
I think they mean crouching.
I think you're right.
I think they mean crouching. And then, of course, the super high one that goes way further up now, damage was increased by 20. So from 50 plus 50 to 60 plus 60 because it never hit anybody, right? So the EX pinwheel invincibility time increased by 1 frame. There was one little overlap where you could hit it before it came out.
Right.
That's gone now.
Fully invincible.
But here's the thing now. It's fully invincible, but now every hit vacuums people in on block or hit. So she cannot do it at any range to make it safe anymore. If you block that move, she is dead. So
fine with me.
That's the way it works. So,
Ultra 1 invincibility time reduced by 2 frames, so now it is 2 frames.
Yeah.
Then Ultra 2 hitbox slightly expanded horizontally.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make it hit a little bit better.
Does that make it easier for her to combo stuff?
I don't know.
I would have thought that the issue was vertical.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Horizontal.
So I don't know if that makes it, but maybe it just combos from further out on certain things now.
Could be. So definitely better character.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going for her there. She doesn't have the crouching short to crouching medium that was in the arcade build, I guess. But
right.
She's got a lot of good stuff.
I think the EX dive kick is going to be huge.
I agree.
I think that's going to be really, really good because it's hit confirmable on 1 meter to ultra. But here's the funny thing about this game is even though it's become more meter intensive, a lot of the characters have this 1 EX meter comboable into ultra now. A lot of characters do. I actually had no shock, a whole spreadsheet at one point writing down how you can combo into ultra using the least meter possible. And one was fairly rare, to get full animation ultras and stuff like that. It's a lot more prevalent in this game than it was before. So
Okay. Good character, for sure.
You know what? I can't wait to see more people. I think the voting is done for the Twitch invite thing to E3.
Yeah, by tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to vote for it, but if I did, I would have voted for Yosan for sure.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I voted for KOG, Nishikin, and Akuma.
Oh, okay. I would have liked to seen a really good Juri, because that's one character that just doesn't get enough play in my book. So
I mean, I'll be happy to see him if he comes.
All right, so Ken now is definitely the faster Shoto. He walks a little faster. His close stand, medium kick, hitbox expanded downward, easier to connect on crouching opponents. Assuming that's good for the frame trap counter hit into Ultra 1.
Presumably.
Right. And then crouching hard kick starter produced. Now he's at 7 frames. And the advantage on block reduced by 2 frames. So now he's -8, which is a lot worse. Thunder kick, which is the overhead towards roundhouse. Advantage on block increased by 1. So he's 0 if you block it. All the fireballs do 10 points more damage. EX Hadouken does also 10 more points of damage. The first hit of medium Shoryuken now knocks down.
Right.
Which is an odd one to me, because I wasn't sure if this was good or not, because I'm still thinking third strike, that was what you did uppercut into Shippu, because it kept him on the ground and did the most damage,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
Now it's only the fierce uppercut that will keep him on the ground, and it doesn't do as much damage that one hit, but I asked, and all the Kens seem happier, because they're tired of hitting one hit, strong uppercut, and missing the rest.
Sure.
So, all of the uppercuts FADC are -5. Hit punch Shoryuken now does 10. What am I talking about?
H Shoryuken second hit is EX focus cancel, or when EX focus canceled to forward dash is -7.
So you can actually still focus cancel the second hit, but it's just worse than all the other.
Really unsafe.
And it does 10 more damage. All of the hurricanes in the air no longer fly away. Although they did remove the Ryu EX Hurricane that Ken had in one of the previous... In the Arcade Japan Ultra build, he has that right now, and that's gone.
Right, okay.
Ultra 1, non-cinematic damage, increased by 30.
Okay, 360.
And then, of course, the anti-fireball Ultra now moves forward a little bit better.
So, okay, cool. Faster walk speed, he can combo into sweep. Fireball a little bit better, you know. I mean, it hurts him that there's delayed wake up, but a lot of his stuff comes after Fierce Dragon Punch anyway. A lot of his mix-ups, medium mix-ups, which are soft knockdowns, so he can still pressure. And, it also hurts him that after Hurricane Kick, he's going to be in a situation where he doesn't really threaten with grab or DPF ADC anymore, because DPF ADC is unsafe.
Right.
Same thing with Dan. I should have said that earlier. It's nerfed to Dan.
That's right.
So both of those characters kind of can't do that as much as they used to, which sucks.
Okay.
So I think that's probably why they're buffing more of the mid-range options for him. So walk speed increased, sweep better, Ultra 2 goes farther, stuff like that.
Yeah, it just feels like anytime you get the comboing into the hard punch, Shoryuken is going to be your choice. It's going to be the combo ender of choice now.
For sure.
Because before, people would do hurricanes just to try to keep that pressure going when you had the meters for the FADC, but like you said,
you just do Dragon Punch.
It's not going to be as useful anymore. So,
all right.
Okay.
So, but he sounds good.
Right. So, M. Bison here. Far Standing Strong is now cancelable in the special moves. It is faster by 2 frames, but the damage was reduced by 20. And also a slightly longer recovery.
So it's 70 damage rather than 90.
Yeah. I think that's huge. I think that's really good for him.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, he could combo a lot of things into low forward, into scissors and stuff like that. But I just feel like standing medium punch is just now, it's going to be a scarier poke too, because it can hit people out of the air and stuff like that. Totally, so it'll be a button you're going to hit a lot more, and it's just going to pay off a lot more. And all your combos that link into it give you hard scissors, heavy scissors, and that's a farther pushback, more damage, more stun.
More damage output,
His Crouch Fierce is a faster startup by 2 frames, 10 frame startup now. The Hell Attack, which is Jump Strong. So now both Jump Strong. So before, the Hell Attack was the follow-up. The original Jump Strong, when you hit with it once, gave him a free juggle. So you skip the second one, landed, and hit him with like Stand Fierce or something like that. Now both of them do that, so you can do Jump Strong, Stand Fierce, and go for resets, or just a Psycho for juggle.
Sure. Teleport increased by 5 frames to a total of 47. Light Kick, Knee Press, aka Scissors, advantage on block is now -1 on block, but damage increased by 10.
Yeah, damage increased by 10 on all of them, pretty much, and all of them. But the big one is the EX Scissor Kick now has way more projectile invincibility through the active frames.
Yeah, a total of 19 rather than 12. And yeah, so he can get through fireballs pretty effectively.
You still have to predict to get through Guile Sonic Boom and hit him, but at least
more doable.
Now you're guaranteed to hit him and not run into the fireball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, you read it and you're like, that sounds pretty good. When you watch those change videos that they put out, it blew my mind at how invincible it looked.
It looked really good.
It was weird. It looked weird to me.
Yeah.
But all the head stomps now start up 2 frames faster from 22 to 20. EX Devil's Reverse, after the head stomp, I guess you can guide it a little bit better.
Well, that's not after Stomp, right? Devil's is...
Oh, Devil Reverse, you're right, it's the other one.
Yeah, that's Devil's is the other one. So it's more... In Cross Tekken, it was more movable. Maybe that is kind of how it is.
Right. So Psycho Crusher, leg hitbox can now be used in air combos. So his face won't juggle, but his legs will juggle. So I think that means you have to get it early to get the juggles.
Okay.
But I just don't even see what situations where that applies, because he never gets knockdowns for juggles anyway. But in any case, EX Psycho...
I guess you use that for... Well, no, because Hell Attack already
it gives you the free juggle. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
So EX Psycho now, damage reduced by 15. So now it does 75 plus 60 instead of 75 plus 75. Ultra Combo 1, startup reduced by 2 frames. And the Psycho Punisher only takes 40 frames to charge now, which is really fast. And but the damage is reduced by 30.
Do you think that you could do... So, like, Far Jump Strong with Hell Attack as air-to-air. Then do Jump Strong, then Hell Attack, then, like, juggle with Stand Fierce?
That's a good question. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, because the one thing that I've discovered is there's 2 different kinds of free juggle setups.
Okay.
There's like the ones that, yes, they give you free juggle setup no matter what. And then there's ones like Guile's High Kick, which they give you a free juggle, but because theoretically, if it gave you a free juggle, you should be able to do high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick. But that's not possible.
Right.
So there's like
a limit anyway.
Yeah, there's a limit on there. So dude, I'm gonna be testing all sorts of...
Maybe it like causes... Oh, no, never mind.
Dude, that's so you know all your stuff that you've written down. I'm gonna be messing with Bison Jump Strong all over the place.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
I want to use this character. I think he looks fun now. I think he's better. The -1 on the scissor kick is a problem, yeah, but scissor kick into follow up scissor kick was always a thing, and scissor kick into follow up scissor kick always beat a lot of the low jabs and low shorts. So it's really only bad for point blank scissor kicks.
Yeah.
For super point blank scissor kicks, which you generally just don't do that much.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big of a nerf. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people said.
No, it's okay. Yeah, he sounds good to me. I'm not gonna say he's some top tier character,
No.
But some of his big problems were solved. Well, damage problem was solved.
Right. And finally,
more consistent.
We'll be able to see Bison win a major, hopefully, once I body everybody with him. So
Never won a major, right?
Hasn't yet, right? Oops, what
I don't
am
think
I
so.
doing? Okay.
All right, next one. Let's take a break after this character.
Okay, Makoto. So they made the throw that doesn't knock down have better range, and the throw that does knock down have worse range. So kind of a weird buff nerf kind of situation for her. Yeah. Stand hit punch now has the same hit stun on standing and crouching opponents. There was a weird bug that it was different based on the two.
Stand hit punch, huh?
Yeah. Did I say hit punch again? No. Jeez. Stand fierce. So crouching roundhouse, the stun went from 100 to 200. I don't know why it wasn't 200 in the first place.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So jumping medium kick now has a better cross up. All of the Karaxa's recovery is longer, so now if she whiffs, it's easier to beat her up.
Yeah, 51 frames is approaching some of the bigger delay on command grabs in the game.
You know what Alioun said about Cammy, which actually might be a subtle nerf?
Okay.
Is that because of the uppercut FADC nerf, so that she's -5, if you block uppercut, she's full jump in punishable now.
Oh, man.
Because she's -34 now. So, like, most characters have, like, a 30-some frame jump. So if you block uppercut, you can just jump forward and just blow her up with a jump attack.
You know, some characters can do that already, but I bet like, almost everybody can now.
As soon as he said it, I was like, holy crap, I didn't even think about that. Because she's, like, one of the only and it doesn't matter which uppercut she does. They're all the same. -34.
Yeah, and it kind of doesn't matter where either. Yeah. She's just super unsafe. Yeah, I know Balrog already gets that. I know Hakan gets that. I mean, there's some characters, but anyway.
But, okay. So, EX Orochi can now be used in air combos, which I thought it already could be, but maybe now it has more juggle potential. EX Fukiage, which is the uppercut, now hits grounded opponents, lower damage, jump cancelable only on hit. So this is really good for her because now all of her hit confirms lead to this, which gives her the jump fierce juggle, which gives her the I don't care about quick rise or delayed wake up mix-ups. Because she can dash under you or stay in front. So she gets some pretty decent mix-ups in that situation. The light and medium Tsurugi, which are the axe kicks in the air, block stun reduced. So now she is at -3 at best. So you can't throw him out willy-nilly against a lot of characters like Ken, because he could fierce uppercut punish it.
Yeah.
But that's fine because the logic is now it leads to EX Fukiage, so she used to get all sorts of craziness, or red focus combos.
Yeah, now she gets so much more damage if it hits. Yeah, right. If that wasn't there, she'd be able to fish really easily for that, into crouching strong, into Hayate, into red focus cancel, into silliness.
Yeah, exactly. So you will just keep using the heavy one. The heavy one is still safe.
Right.
But if you hit him with it, it
knocks him down,
so you don't get the crazy juggle.
I think that's a really good balance.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. Ultra 1 damage reduced by 40.
To 440.
Yeah. Ultra 2 now is no longer invincible going to the wall. It's projectile and throw invincible, so you can't air throw it.
Okay.
But you can punch her when she gets up. So basically, they said they hated that people picked it just to run away.
Right, yeah, it was the escape ultra.
Yeah, so now they wanted to get rid of that.
Okay, and then ultra combo W scaling changed from 60 to 75, so they've recognized that maybe it's not that great for her to have ultra combo double.
Yeah, there was some other characters that did. Well, it's also because they nerfed the escape option.
That's true.
Right, so there was another character that said that we forgot to mention, but oh well, we'll just keep going.
So she sounds good. I think she sounds really good. Now, she is a little bit worse in that the pressure with Tsurugi is a little bit worse, if she guesses wrong on some stuff, she's more susceptible to getting punished after Karakusa, for example. No free escape on Ultra 2. But I just think her pressure sounds so good, and her damage output with Red Focus is so high. And a lot of her stuff is soft knockdown anyway, so delayed wake up doesn't really matter that much.
Because Hayate combos, the lunge punch combos into Red Focus straight up, right? So everything that combos into it is just going to, if she has the 3 meters, it's peace.
Yeah, I think she sounds really great.
Yeah, I think she sounds good. So.
Good character.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to go to break, but before that, Cam1234 says that the legs of Psycho having a hitbox implies that Psycho knocks them up, then legs can juggle for 2 hits on Psycho.
Oh, I guess that would happen then if it had juggle potential. Huh?
So does that mean that you can do like cross up Psycho and then juggle?
No, it just means if you hit him with a Psycho Crusher, it would just juggle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Unless they make it max 1 hit. I don't know.
Well, there's going to be some testing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he says he has to test it too.
Okay.
Anyway, let's take a break. We got, I don't know, maybe about a quarter of the cast left.
Yeah, I mean...
Something like that. Yeah, about a quarter.
Go to the Ultra page. You can see it really well because I've...
Well, I don't have it up right now. But yeah, anyway, we'll be back in a bit.
All right.